have a really exciting trip today. So I've come down to Ballymaloe House to do a cookery demonstration with Darina and it's going to be on the topic of bread, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I've just driven down to the Ballymaloe House. Now the cookery school is actually a couple of kilometres away from here, but I've just pulled in to explore Ballymaloe House a little bit and go to the farm shop before I head down because I'm a little bit early. It is absolutely torrential, horrible, stormy weather today. We are due a storm tomorrow, so there's lots and lots of rain, so hopefully you can hear me okay in this clip. But I'll take you along with me and show you what I can of Ballymaloe House.
Now, bicarbonate soda is an alkali, and you use it in conjunction with sour milk or buttermilk because that's an acid. The acid and the alkali, when they meet, they create the deposits of carbon dioxide. They expand the heat and that's what rises your bread. Okay? Yeah. Pumpkin seed oil. Or it could be sunflower seed, whatever. Now, at this stage, straightforward. Yeah. And if you have kids or whatever, make sure that they're watching you doing it and give them a little bit of the dough to make those quiche.
There's for chocolate chips.
Oh yeah, there's a million different variations there on that. No, wait, no, sorry, I should tell you what I'm doing here. You mustn't knead this, you mustn't knead it. You just barely kind of tidy it up, then flip it over like that, and then with your hand at that sort of angle, tuck it in underneath like that. Then gather up the flour off the worktop and put that onto the baking tray.
I like to do with my kids doing it.
Oh, I see.
On the face.
Oh, right.
On the bottom of the face.
And pick it up and lift it over now. Then pat it out slightly with your fingers. You see the texture? You see the texture? Softish, but anyway. And then what we do is we cut the traditional blessing like that. And then you have to prick it in the four corners, and that's to let the fairies out of the bread.
Really, really well. So you do buy, you don't just buy a kilo, like last year here, but you buy even half a kilo, quarter kilo, freeze it in 1 ounce pieces or whatever size pieces you will use. You can see it's nice and fresh because it's nice, it breaks nicely, crumbly. And older yeast, like this one I have in here, is more like putty. Remember we used to make putty in the You don't need to do this activation thing, okay? This is straight in. The thing is you use half the amount of dried as you would to fresh.
Oh gosh, make sure that the tin is well. Now this is where your non-stick tin comes in. Yeah. Well done, Mary. And then you don't have to wash that tin.
So you can see that now, you can hear that. It's hollow, it's
Hollow.
going off. It's a thin hollow. It's also softer because the outside has been exposed to hot air. The inside has been cooking inside the tin. So now we're going to put this back inside the oven without the tin. Maybe 10 minutes just to try and crisp up the outside. Make it much more of an even crust. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's ready as well. Very good.
Okay, we're going to get a sandwich by the end of the end.
I'm from the end of the era, and my great aunt, I learned how to pick up the farm by my great aunt in Tipperary. But then I discovered there were several people around this area still cook the old farm. One lovely lady was called Joan Tooley. This is her. She's passed to her bakery at the moment, and she was baking cooking over the old farm between Ballymaloe and Shanghai. And she invited me to come and bake with her. She had done apple tart in a basket on that day as well. Look, there's a spotted dog actually baking in the basket with the fire there. And and it's a wonderful, it takes more skill than it does, I can tell you, in power. But knowing how to, to manage the fire and the colour of the ash when it's hot enough to put on the lid and everything. So anyway, all that we did, we took some photographs. I love it because she's, do you remember when all those aprons used to be navy with little flowers on them?
Oh yeah.
So she has her choice. Her eyes are glazed over thinking about something. So every time you see a slice of pan,
Well, thank you.
let's get to it.
Well, I am just after finishing up the bread making demonstration with Darina Allen, and I absolutely loved it. That was my first time in Ballymaloe House, and I actually can't believe I haven't been there before because it's actually just so lovely there. I went to the main house first and the farm shop and just walked around a little bit because I was a little bit early, and then I headed to the cookery school afterwards then. And the course began at 2:30 and it lasted till 5:30. So I've actually just stopped in here at Little Island Eastgate Park just because I don't want to hit the city traffic going back now. So it's about 6 o'clock now, so I'm going to just have a little potter around the range before I head for maybe 20 minutes and just try and avoid the heavy traffic that is ahead. But yeah, if you are interested in going to the Ballymaloe courses, I'll link them down below for you. I would highly recommend them. They're so enjoyable and they're so relaxed, and I really think that the way Darina thinks and her ethos towards more sustainable living and just being able to do things for yourself, like making your own bread, I just feel absolutely on the same page with her on that. So we got to taste all the lovely bread recipes. I think there was maybe 5 or 6 different types of breads that were made and demonstrated by herself and 2 of the other chefs as well there. So yeah, it was just really nice, and honest to God, like the bread just tasted amazing, absolutely amazing. And she also brought out some of her jam as well and stuff so that we could have with it. And I'm not actually a person who would ever eat jam, like, to be honest, I just don't really like it. But I tasted a little bit of the blackcurrant jam and that was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And you know what, the food, it just like didn't make me feel bad afterwards. Like, I have a lot of stomach issues and stuff like that, so I have to be so careful with what I eat, and all of that was just delicious. And I suppose it's because it was made with simple ingredients, whole ingredients, and it's just really nourishing food. So yeah, really enjoyed that. I will definitely keep an eye out and do some more courses. I think she said that she does a separate sourdough sourdough course even, so I'll look out for that one in the future as well. And I picked up a few little bits in the farm shop as well, so I will show you those later on.